We are at the 20th anniversary of the Big Bob's Convention. We are in Kansas City. I am with Dave Elyachar, Big Bob himself, the chairman.
Yes, sir.
Scott Perron, the president. And gentlemen, we're at a break, a lunch break, and you've got quite a convention going here.
Well, not only are we very enthusiastic, we got a plan for the future, and we really think there's some great stuff right around the corner happening now. It's just a matter of executing.
Well, I've always liked to come here because this is everybody gets a part of the action kind of a situation, and that's the unique part, it seems to me, of this whole organization.
Yeah, we're a very intimate group. We're tight-knit. It's like a family. We call it a fraternity, a brotherhood, and, every year our guys get together and ladies sit around a very, very tight quarters seating arrangement, and we share ideas and we help each other grow.
Before I get to your plan and move over here a little bit more, just so I make sure you're in here. There you go. There you go. Before we get to the plan, and there's a 3-year plan that you talked about here, you talked about the perfect storm and the opportunity that exists today. To talk about that.
Well, we believe, Scott and our leadership believe that real estate is cheaper today than it will be for the next 50 years. The SBA and the loaning institutions are loaning money at a lower interest rate than they will loan for the next 50 years. The manufacturers are giving us terms and incentives to buy more inventory like I've never seen before and might never be seen again. We believe that there's personnel out there that used to make a lot of money that have lost their jobs, are willing to work for quality people for half or a third of what they used to work for, and we think the consumers are a value-driven consumer base going, and we believe we are the best nationwide organization offering a value proposition retail opportunity in flooring. This is a perfect storm. It couldn't be better. This is our time to shine, our time to grow, our time to pick up market share. This is very exciting times for us. It's all positive and upbeat.
They tell me next year after the vest we're going to have Speedos. Is that?
I don't think you want to see me in Speedos.
It seems to me that Big Bob's been around for 20 years, been a sleeping giant really, and it's only been in the last, several years that it's really come into its own as a specialty player and recognized as such around this industry. What do you think we're going to be seeing going forward, given the situation, the opportunity that exists because of what Bob just talked about, what Dave just talked about, I should say, the perfect storm?
Well, you hit it on the head. The perfect storm is here for us, number one. Number two is we've been working feverishly the last 3.5, 4 years, perfecting our new model store, which has not only come out of the gate strong, but exceeded our expectations in just about every way. In a very short period of time, we've talked several times. Dave, I spent some time initiating the initial model store in Oklahoma City, and since then we've gotten 9 stores that now represent the new model in a very short period of time. Remember, that test was in 2012. For us, that's dramatic growth. And what we're seeing now is the shift for our owners to take their old looks, their old stores, and convert them to the new model. And all of our new people, of course, executing the new model, which the return on investment we're documenting is just, again, exceeding our expectations in every way. And that's going to be the catalyst that drives us forward to take advantage of that perfect storm.
Same location, same personnel, same inventory. Sales are going up 25% because of a change of merchandising. Same advertising. Everything has virtually been the same. We just changed the way we look internally, and our closing ratios are going through the roof. Our average ticket is going up, and our customers are much happier.
And we've made the customer shopping experience extremely easy, and all of those transitions for the owner spelled efficiency. So now we've been able to lower dramatically their cost of inventory, their cost of personnel, in some respects their cost of advertising as they multiply their stores and expand throughout a market where they can share and, again, take advantage of all those opportunities. So just what it's doing is it's filling up that bucket that all of us used to stop talking about for the last few years, which is called net profitability, and we're able to drive net profit now to a really, really...
About 30% of our members are up 25% over last year, same-store sales. That's pretty drastic.
The new concept, you were a bit of a skeptic, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, what happened is we had a meeting, and it was presented to me as this is the future of Big Bob's. I said, that's great. Show me it works before I start selling it and telling everybody this is what they got to do. And the conversation was chicken or egg. I said I was not going to endorse it until I saw proof. They wanted me to approve it on blind faith. And so that was the battle. I won out. Scott won out. Our members won out. We have proof. It's working. It's very successful.
Just to refresh everybody's memory, the new concept, the Galleria store, is more consumer friendly. Just hit some of the high points.
Well, in what Big had said before, we've taken advantage of this value-driven consumer, and we've set up our stores to be easy and friendly to shop, very much like we had talked about the Costco effect, Sam's Club, Walmart, all of the value players who are doing extremely well in the marketplace after the recession and during the recession. We're able to figure out a model that this customer wanted and needed, and as a result, we put together a model that also has the ability to operate in a smaller footprint, allowing us to essentially warehouse these locations in another point, and the economies of scale come into play. Now you've got multiple stores sharing warehouse, inventory, personnel, administration staff, advertising, media. I mean, all these things, and again, driving that dollar into the net bucket, not by reducing our gross margins, not by reducing our average sale. In fact, our average tickets have gone way up. Our average profit margins have stayed very, very consistent throughout the years, but we've been able to drive it into the net bucket, and that means more cash to expand.
The stores used to cost about $300,000, $250,000, $300,000 to open up a store. The model we've designed is that might be the cost for the first one, but the second, third, and fourth would be $125,000, $140,000 because of the synergy we're doing with inventories. Also because of the smaller footprint, 7,000, 8,000 square feet versus 12,000, 15,000 square feet, we're going to pay a lot less rent and a better location at the same time. So at the same time, we're getting a better location for less rent. Sales are going up. Margins are going up. It's
Consumers are happier. Consumers see more product. They see product that's more expensive. They pay more than they did before with the old concept.
David, I believe that the consumer today has a Neiman Marcus requirement. They want service like they would get at Neiman Marcus, but they want the Costco price. And we happen to be very lucky that we've fallen into the right formula where we can offer Neiman Marcus service at a Costco price. And we think we're the only people doing it in the floor covering industry.
So let me shift over to the 3-year plan. You came up with a concept that's brand new, something that I suspect many of your members have already transitioned to it. Many more will as a result of this meeting. You gathered the brain trust, some of the members. You came up with a 3-year plan. Tell us about that.
Well, it starts with our BHAG. It starts with our big, hairy, audacious goal, and we're setting it out there because we're going to hit this target. It's going to take some time, but our goal is 125 members with 250 stores nationwide and $500 million in volume. We feel this is very, very achievable, and everything we're doing is working towards that. We put plans together for marketing expansion, and that's the thing. Marketing, merchandising, and expansion is the 3 key elements to our show this weekend. Because all of our points of differentiation are driving towards those 3 elements, and everything from our vision, values, mission, and everything we put together and the BHAG driving towards that encompassed with the new Galleria concept. And, we are flexible in a market where we don't dictate the real estate. We don't build our footprints. They come to us. So we have to outfit these stores based on what is available. But we're flexible enough to be able to go into a 12,000-foot space if we want to do a 12,000-foot all-in store, or have 6,000 to 8,000 square foot gallerias with off-site warehousing, or a combination of them. The goal really becomes to take a member and take their territory and allow them to develop it the way they know they can. Oftentimes members in other organizations can be told where their market is based on zip codes or where only the person living in the market knows that the dividing line could be the river or a certain shopping district, and you don't go in this other side because no one ever shops or it's a dead center or whatever. So they dictate the market, they decide their development plan, and we help them execute.
See, it all depends on what you believe the future looks like. If you believe the future is the Statue of Liberty covered up to its eyeballs in snow and ice and sand, or if you believe that a couple of hundred years from now New York City is glistening and beautiful, if you believe in the decimate future, you might want to start buying more guns, ammunition, canned goods, and a cachet of water. If you believe in the future, now is the time to invest when the rates are the lowest, the opportunities are the best. And we think we are developing a legacy income not only for our children and grandchildren, but for their children and grandchildren to get through college. We think it's the single greatest opportunity that floor covering people will ever have to get into businesses, expand it, buy some real estate, and have an income that just generational.
It sounds like your model is members with more stores than you've seen in the past.
Our model now requires our members to open up a minimum of 3 stores in 7 years. We are looking to be the 800-pound gorilla in every marketplace we go into. And we're looking for better quality proprietors who understand and have the infrastructure to expand and take on more market share. Our concept has always been a line extension without a contamination. We don't want to take away from your existing business. We want to add on to a customer base that you're not currently serving. And we believe if you take the top 5% of the income earners in America out of the equation and the bottom 30%, there's still 65% of all Americans who are going to be shopping at Big Bob's because of the values. And that's our concept.